the lower 48. Of course, you can't take a Greyhound from Hawaii. So that's out. And it's too far to go to Alaska. Plus, I don't think the women in Alaska shave their armpits hairs. Anyway, if you are part of that crowd that gets picked, then you'll go to Jimmy's house in the East Coast. I think he lives around Boston.
All right.
Are you going to submit?
Yeah, sure. If he's going to take.
Well, you got to send it. You got to send a good picture now. You can't be all bundled up like you are now. I mean, you got to.
Okay, you've seen me all different kinds of ways.
Got to show. Well, not all kinds of ways, but yeah, I've seen you with.
How did I look with the blue sweater the time we went
with
out?
The tight jeans?
With the skirt and the.
You didn't have a skirt on.
Hold on, I got to back away from the table.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she looks good. Well, you got to say I may not be a judge, and then if you're a contestant, I can't judge it because I'll be biased.
Jimmy has wood.
See?
I just say whoever comes in fourth place.
Is Jimmy listening? Jimmy,
send them my way.
And Jimmy, well, this is what's going to happen: is the three girls are going to go there, and then he's going to pick one. It's going to be like a contest. It's going to be filmed. It's going to be like a TV promo for a what do they call it? Reality show pilot, and the loser has to drink Jimmy's bong water. I just made that up. That's not true.
I was about to be like, dude.
Okay.
What is this? Fear factor?
I just made that up. You don't have to drink any bong water.
What is he looking for?
Hot chicks, 28 to 30. Well, wait a minute. You're too old. It's 28 to 38.
I barely missed it.
Yeah, you just missed. You missed it by.
Maybe Jimmy will let
you
me
missed
go.
it by 10 years.
Why can't I go?
I'm okay with that.
I can just hang out.
And in the history of the earth,
do I look?
That's a drop in the bucket.
This is how old I look.
No, it's not. Frankie's not my roommate. My roommate's 22.
No, the other one you're talking about.
Yeah,
No,
Danny's 22.
Yeah, she's too young.
I get carded.
She's a pistol.
Plus, Danny, if you send Danny up there, Jimmy will probably need a funeral.
Which way did you miss it? Too young or too old?
Well,
too old.
Danny's too young and Frankie's too old.
Frankie's too old? How old are you, Frankie?
She's 48. 47?
Well, nothing wrong with that. She's a youngster.
Yeah.
No.
Do I look it?
No, you don't look it, but do I look 48?
No.
Okay.
I get carded still.
48's the new 30.
And I tell people, are you joking? Who would make themselves that?
Yeah, 48's the new 30.
I mean, I would card you, but it'd be for like an icebreaker or something. Like, can I see your ID? Here's your address.
Just by the way, girls, Patrick Danger Davis is a bartender, and he's the creepy bartender.
I am.
He's the one that gets friend zoned almost right out of the gate.
Oh, speaking of that, one of my friends actually came out to my bar last night, and I had another couple sitting at my bar go up to her and tell her, "Hey, he's a keeper, or he's a cutie. You should get him while you can." And my friend basically just made a face.
Danny?
No, it wasn't Danny. It was my friend Jamie.
Jamie? Okay.
I'm here to say that he is absolutely adorable. We're going to kind of keep him under wraps.
Okay.
When I do get my Facebook page
all right, moving on, because the bullshit's getting a little thick here. So.
All right, I'll save it for the monologue.
We're just gonna move on here. I think we ought to move on. All right,
back
to our picks. Just to recap, Monday night, Buffalo versus Miami. I got the Bills. Matt and Joe have the Dolphins. We're waiting on Nate's picks.
Miami.
You want in on this too?
Yeah, I already got all mine written down, so I'll send them to you.
Dang. No, we'll just put them in right now. We'll add Patrick to the list.
The games.
No, he's picking. He's going to pick right now.
I got them all written down, so I got Miami.
Hold on. So you got the Dolphins?
Yes.
I'll just add them to the spreadsheet here. This is fine. This is good. I can do that. See, God damn, that mic cord is bugging the shit out of me. San Francisco, New York?
49ers.
49ers. You're going to drink the Kool-Aid? Broncos and San Broncos. All right. Tampa Bay at Washington. Two horrible teams. RG3 is back for Washington, so I'm going to give it to Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Same here.
Nope, I'm going Washington. Or wait a minute. I picked Redskins, yep.
And Bucks. Okay. They're both horrible teams, so it really doesn't matter. Atlanta at Carolina. Falcons. I got the Falcons.
Same here.
Same here.
I think everybody picked the Falcons.
Yeah, Cam Newton just had a terrible game against the Eagles.
Well,
So
yeah. Well, he doesn't have any offensive line, so there's that.
Yep.
Minnesota at Chicago. Do you think the Bears are going to bounce back from that They weren't embarrassing.
I went ahead and picked the Bears.
Huh?
I went and picked the Bears because I think they're pissed.
I think they're pissed, and I think Minnesota sucks.
I think after the last week that they've had, they've interviewed just about every Bear, Marshall and Lance Briggs and everybody, and they even interviewed the Peanut Tillman, who's out injured, and about how embarrassed they were from it, and they interviewed Jared Allen, you name it. I've been listening to them on different radio programs from, and also on Comcast and listening to and they're
pissed.
They're a little embarrassed and pissed. So I think they're going to show up this week. But I'll tell you what, they might not win many games the rest of the year. They have a tough schedule going out.
Well, they got to play the Lions too. Well, they'll beat the Lions.
They got to play the Lions.
Well, the Lions
They got to
lose.
play Denver.
The Lions
And they
lose
gotta
to
play
teams
Dallas.
like the but the Lions lose to the teams like the Bears. The Lions lose to the sucky ass teams that can't win anything. Then they'll go beat a really good team. So it's just and it's November, so I'm not holding my
Lions
breath.
have been riding the edge for
if
the
they
last
can,
couple of weeks.
if they can make it out of November, I'm not going to hold up my hope. I've been a Lions fan for too long. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the cliff is coming, the brakes are out, and pretty soon we're going to be at the bottom again, so I'm not really worried about it. Next one, Houston at Cleveland. I'm still on that Browns bandwagon.
I took the Browns.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to pick the Browns.
They
They
shocked me last week when they pummeled the Bengals.
they're hitting at all cylinders. Their offensive line is healthy. They got a running game. Their defense is capable of keeping the other team under 20 points, and if they can keep them under 20, the
Bengals only
offense
scored,
is
3.
and
That was it.
if the defense can keep the other team below 20, then the Browns will score more than 20. Seattle at Kansas City. I went back and forth with this one. Joe picked the Seahawks.
I'm taking.
I was thinking the Seahawks, but I went with KC.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs because it's at home, and the Chiefs are damn good. And the
But
Seahawks
tell you
are
what,
just not that
They didn't
good.
look good last week.
No, they didn't.
They barely eked out that win. The guy, he scored with an 8-yard TD run. The quarterback with about end of the game.
Yeah, but still, I just it's at home. It's at home, and both teams are good. Seattle's having a rough go because they're the defending Super Bowl champs. So they're kind of.
They started off the year. I thought they were going to be unbeatable.
Oh well, yeah, but then they started out and they got smoked.
Yep.
And every game they lost, they got smoked. They haven't had a close loss. They've had a couple of close wins, but no close losses. And Kansas City's just that good. I mean,
I'm
Andy
not a Pete
Reid's
Carroll fan anyway. After what he did to USC,
well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
and he's got that program in more hot water. That's what I dislike about the college.
You're right. He's a slimy bastard. That's true. He's a slimy bastard.
Well, you can see in the NCAA and you can go NCAA basketball. You got you got coaches who'll sit there and they'll go out and they'll recruit players and do things and pay them, and they'll get all of a sudden the university will get all kinds of fines and suspensions levied on them and take away scholarships and everything, and the coach
take away wins from the entire team.
Get a big contract somewhere else. He gets no punishment. And I think the coach, if it happens under his watch, he should be punished.
Absolutely. Or at least, get not be able to coach for a year or two.
Yeah, hold him out. I mean, the NCAA ought to. Well, Carroll went from the NCAA to the NFL. That should automatically, there should be an agreement between the NCAA, if you're going to get a coach from the NFL or to the NFL, he shouldn't be eligible once.
That'll never happen.
No, because it's all money.
Happened.
But like we talked about, and I have on my show, and was a great question brought up by my brother. We're talking about why are all these games in Europe? And really the only thing it does is like the Cowboys went over to Europe last week. They go over to Europe. All it does is screw a home team out of a game. So, I mean, you think of how much money that, let's say Dallas would bring in. All
Well,
the
yeah.
hotels, all the restaurants, everywhere that's going to bring in money to Dallas and the surrounding areas.
But see, the owners agree to that though, so they get stipends and they get the money. The owners will get the
stipends doesn't go to the hotel
I
owner
know
or
it
the guy
doesn't, but
that's
what they'll
selling-
do is, the owners
selling hot dogs.
the owners still make their money. It's just the local people. Well, hold that thought. We got to take a break. I'm on. Matt Hasley from Straight Talk with Matt Hasley is joining us on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline. Also in studio, Patrick Danger Davis weighing in on the NFL picks. We'll be right back after these messages. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Armed Radio Global Network, and you are on the air.
Hi, Tom here from Spot On with Lino and Tom. Tune in for some topical discussion and laugh therapy with Lino and me. I'll be covering my favorites like weird news of the week and what I'm liking on Netflix, the next best gadget, and whatever else comes to mind.
We both have our own interests. I love recording on the latest movies being filmed here in Boston, checking out new musical talent, and just talking to people.
We'll also be featuring segments such as on-the-spot interviews where Lynn and I venture out and ask questions of our listening public.
That's my favorite part, besides hanging out with my buddy Tom. Now that's the icing on the cake. And cake, I love talking about cake. We love talking about everything. So tune in Monday nights from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, right here at Armed Radio Global.
Online auctions are great money savers if you can actually win them. Well, that's what BetThisBid.com is changing. Click your media player now to check out BetThisBid.com. The number of bidders is limited, and every auction has 2 winners, either a random or second highest bid winner. Get the hottest electronics, jewelry, and lots more, all brand new, shipped free at prices way below retail. Check out BetThisBid.com. We're sure you'll like your odds better at BetThisBid.com.
Hi, now I know you hear Joe Rocks on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, do these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com. Savino Wine Preservation System is wine preservation glassware. Savino is an easy-to-use wine preservation system that allows you to enjoy your favorite wines anytime without waiting for an occasion. Open any bottle with confidence, knowing that you can enjoy the full original flavor of Tuesday's wine on Saturday. For more information, visit us at www.savinowine.com. Today's wine, tomorrow.
Uh-oh, I think I've been seduced. I went online to seduceme.com and I found the latest and hottest shoe trends. What makes me a seducer? I'm confident, classy, sexy, comfortable in my own skin. I'm a lover of shoes and style, and I have a sharp eye for design. seduceme.com is delighted and dedicated in selling the trendiest and most fashionable must-have shoes and accessories. Get seduced now. Go to shoeduceme.com.
All right, we are back. We're in the middle of NFL picks. Joining us on the Ring Central Celebrity Hotline is our very own Matt Hasley, whose show airs on Armed Radio Global every Monday and Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock Eastern. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon out on the West Coast. Something crazy like that. Kids are just getting out of school. Anyway, but Matt, you were talking a little bit about the overseas games and how that's kind of ripping off the people back at home.
Well, you know, you think about, they talk about all money going overseas, like, you know, businesses moving their stuff to Mexico to, you know, to to sell their washers.
Well,
and
I think the
dryers.
NFL is trying to get a London. They're trying to get a team